So as a professional energy engineer, serving on the board, it's extremely important that the district look toward sustainability and energy savings when it comes to its impact with our community, taxpayers, as well as our scholars.
Being here since 10th grade, the building temperature has been more controllable. I remember when we had that heat wave, I think last year, the temperatures were really high and it was kind of unbearable to want to come to school. But this year it has been a really big improvement in the temperature.
With the lighting upgrades, it's like a breath of fresh air. I mean, even the staff that I see, they always say, we didn't realize that the hallways were that big. You feel as though that the areas of the school that were once dark are now light. And it provides that level of safety as you're walking down the hall, or as children are, transitioning from one class to the next. It just affords that opportunity of a safe environment.
The carports have been extremely helpful, especially now in days like this. At first everyone's like, what's this contraption? Now everyone's racing to park under the carports because it's keeping their cars cool and they're not exposed to the sun. Right? So the lighting outside at night when we're here late for board meetings, there's lighting outside. So we are beginning to see the benefits of having the solar panels. And although, like I said, the beginning was like, what is this contraption? And now we have a better understanding. And I think the community now has a better understanding. More importantly, now my scholars have an understanding of why it's there. And they're very curious.
With the advances of the carport, of our solar rooftop panels, it affords us close to $400,000 a year in savings. And who can beat that?
Oftentimes we meet with companies and they'll promise us things and they don't follow through, especially when it comes to working with our scholars. And the one thing that Energia did was promise to provide experiential learning. And the partnership is so key. And as a superintendent, it's one thing getting a product that works. And listen, at the end of the day, there are so many other competing companies. We could have gone with anyone, but it's the partnership, it's the relationship that matters. And that's what makes this really a successful initiative.
For our school to be going into energy saving protocols to help with a bigger issue is something I'm really proud of, to be part of a school that is doing that.
I have worked in areas in the state of New York where air conditioning was a problem. And this time of year, I sort of dread it, right? And I also dread the beginning of September because I will always hear the complaints of how warm the classrooms are. And putting a fan in the classroom is not the answer because it just circulates warm air. But to actually hear that our classrooms are cool and the kids are fine and the kids are happy and they get to be in a classroom where the environment is conducive to learning, that just warms my heart. And I have to say that in the 10 years I've been a superintendent, this is the first time that I've experienced this. And it really brings joy to know that my kids are doing well and that, no matter what the temperature is outside, inside, I know that we are creating an environment that's going to encourage them to be the best version of themselves. And so just thank you.